Okay, here we go. Whoops, I just touched my face. I'm turning my phone off so we don't have to hear that. Okay, so area of a rectangle. I pretty much told you yesterday. I spoiled it. Spoiler alert, because to me the little square units thing is kind of weird. Okay, so it says the area of a rectangle can be found by using the formula A for area equals L times W again. Length times width. So this one is 9 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 9 length times 6 width is 54. Or you can count them, take the trouble to count them all, but that's much easier to use the formula. Okay, so area, can't talk today. Area equals length times width. So it's showing you, too, remember how we started to learn these at the beginning of the year? How many square inches are in a yard? 144, because then the shape would be 12 times 12, right? A square foot would be 12 inches. So 12 inches by 12 inches makes 144 square inches. And remember, a square yard is how many square feet? 3. 3 by 3. 3 times 3. There's 3 yards. 3 yards on this side, 3 yards on this side. 3 times 3 is 9. See? So 9 square yards, 9 square feet in a yard, and 144 square inches in a square foot, or inches in a square foot. Okay, so whenever the only difference here, and the only thing you have to remember, and this is one of those things that the 5th graders always mess up every year, is the only difference is now you have to write it in square units. When we wrote perimeter, we would say 54 feet. But now when we're writing area, it has to be square feet. Okay? That's the only thing you have to remember. Okay, so over here it says inches times inches equals square inches. Feet times feet equals square feet. So you have to have the word square when you write the answer. Okay? Miles by miles. Let's see. It was how many square miles are in... Oh, well, here it is. I'm trying to remember. Here it is, right here. How many square feet in an... Or square... Let's see. In a square mile, there's 640 acres in a square mile. Because, let's see, that's probably 80 by 80. 80 acres by 80 acres, because no, that's not right. Oh, that bothers me. You know how I am. I have to know. Serial help. What's the square root of 640? Oh, 25. Okay. Never mind. That is not an exact measurement. Okay. So 640 acres makes a square mile. 43,560 square feet makes an acre. 9 square feet is a square yard. 144 square inches is a square foot. So now you need to know these. They won't ask you these that much, though. This is a really short little chapter part of this book, so you only need to know for a few days, pretty much. But I tried to get you to learn them at the beginning of the year, so once we got here, it'd be a little more helpful. Okay, so let's go down and look at the section 1. Find the area by counting. We did this yesterday, so I'm going to leave you to the counting. You know how to do it. And if you want to take the shortcut on that and not count, I'll never know, right? So do what you want. But count up the number of square. This time they tell us these are feet. So you're going to have however many square feet. And over here, however many square feet. Oh, they're all feet. And this one, square feet. Okay, then I will help you on this section because this is different. It says use the formula to find the area of rectangles having these dimensions. Remember, area is always square units. Okay? So, length of this one is 7 yards. Width is 5 yards. So we're going to do our formula for area now, which is, I almost wrote P. Area equals length times width. Okay? So area equals 7 times 5. See how much easier this one is? I like area so much better. Area equals 35, and this is in yards, so we're going to say square yards. And that's our answer. See? Okay, 6 by 13. Area equals length times width. Area equals, length technically is this one, but it really doesn't matter. Either way it works, doesn't it? 13 times 6. Area equals, can you do that one quickly? I'm trying to do it. 1, 2, 3. I think it's 78, isn't it? I better double check. You know me, I have to know the right answer. Yes. Okay, 78, and it's in feet, so it's 78 square feet. By the way, you can write those out if you want to, or you can abbreviate SQ for square. Square feet, 78 square feet. Then this last one, which is slightly off the board here, 4 miles times 7 miles. So area equals length times width. Area equals 7 times 4. Area equals 28 square what? Miles. So what happens is now you're going to go to the review part of this page, and you're going to write square feet and miles on perimeter. Don't do that because it's not a square area that we're measuring. It's sides, right? So you have to just remember the difference. That's it. It seems so simple. You'll say, no problem. Every year, 5th graders aren't paying attention and they don't get it right. Okay, so for area, it's in square units, whatever you're using. Perimeter, not in square units. Okay, so now let's go down to the bottom here. And we're filling in these new measurements that we've learned. The first one is how many square inches in a square foot. And if you panic and you don't have your paper and you can't look it up and you don't have a phone to ask Siri, just remember how many inches are in 1 foot and multiply that. So how many inches are in 1 foot? 12. What's 12 times 12? Because that would be, it's a square foot, would be a square measurement. This side is 12, this side is 12. 12 times 12 is 144 square inches. See, so even if you can't remember, you can do this. Same with this one over here. How many square feet are in a square yard? How many feet are in a regular yard? 3. So now do 3 times 3, which is 9. See? Piece of cake. These get a little bit harder because you're not used to measuring acres. Okay, so how many square feet are in an acre? And how many, this is slightly off the board, sorry. How many acres are in a square mile? Okay, you can either look up there and cheat. Actually, you probably need to look up there and cheat because I don't have anything here for you to be able to multiply like I do with these, because you know these. You don't have anything existing to think about for these. Okay, so you just got to memorize them. There's 640 acres in a square mile. You just have to memorize 640, just like we memorized 5280, 5 tomato, remember? And 1760. I don't really have a good one for this. 640. That's a time, it sounds like to me. 6:40 sounds like a good time to have supper, maybe. A little late. We usually eat around 6. 6:40. And then there's this one. This is the hardest one to remember. I'm going to try to remember from memory. I'm not looking at anything. 43560, I think, is what I've always tried to memorize. 43560. It's almost the numbers in order. That's what helped me. It's almost 3456 with a 0 at the end. But you switch those first two. 43560. Let me make sure I'm right. Where is it at? Oh, the suspense. Yep, there it is. Can you see it? So it's almost like 3, 4, 5, 6. You just got to flip those first two, and then there's a 0 at the end. That's the best I got. But I don't know how to tell you for 640. Where did that go? There it is. Okay, so I don't really know how to tell you for 640. It sounds like a time, but it's really past eating time. Let's see, the news is on till 6:30, so that's 10 minutes after the news. You have to come up with one. Maybe you guys can make a comment on the bottom and tell us, how do we remember this one? It's not 6 times 6. It's close to 6 times 6, 36, but still not quite there. I've never been able to think of a good one. This is 43560, like 34560. That one I've been able to memorize. And these are easy, like I said. You just think 3 times 3 and 12 times 12. That one, I don't know. You've got lots of time these days. See if you can come up with something and help me out so that I can help next year's 5th graders. Okay? Now, what's left here on the back? It says to find the perimeters again. It does not give you, let's see, feet, yards and feet. It does not say in the directions this time the lesser or the greater unit. So when it does not specify, then you get to choose. Now this one's all feet, this one is all feet, but this one you're going to have to convert to the same unit, and you get to choose. You can either make it into both of them into feet, and then the total will be in feet, or both of them into yards and the total will be in yards. It's up to you. And that's our page for today. Have a good one. Come up with something for 640. I want good answers. Micah, no pressure. Your brother is the one that came up with the very famous Better Milk That Udder, BMTU. Better Milk That Udder I'm still using how many years ago? Like 3, 4, 5, 6, 5 or 6 years ago. So Micah, no pressure, but your brother, I'm still using his. Come up with something, all of you leopards, for 640 for us to remember. Okay, that's your challenge. See ya.